Welcome everybody. Thank you guys for being here today. I am Natalie, aka Fractilians. I am going to be your DCL reporter for the day. Today marks my 27th show here as a DCL reporter. Last week, and actually, was it yesterday? Yeah, yesterday I got my one-on-one wearable after doing my 26th show. So let's head on into Decentraland. I'm over at headquarters. I'll put the link here in the chat for you guys. So those of you guys want to join me, I'm over here at the Decentraland headquarters, and my overlay decided not to be my friend. So I'm going to add the overlay here in a minute, but I just wanted to show off my wearable here. This is my one-of-one wearable that I got. Woohoo! For being hold on a second, let me it's funny, also emojis like stopped working. It used to work like when I hit like the number pad, it would actually do the cool emotes. But now I have to it's so annoying. You have to go down to the emote area and I have to select the emote I want and then it'll slowly do it. Well, DCL today, the weather at DCL is a high chance of lag with low graphics. So that's my I'm gonna have a weather report from now on. Weather report while my stream. Everyone is at MegaCube, so as you can see, I've been at MegaCube with the wearables that I have on. And actually, the beginning of this stream, our interview will be walking around MegaCube before it launched. And right now, I'm sure there's nobody watching because everyone's clicking away at MegaCube. And that's what I would be doing too. But I have a very special interview for you guys today. I welcome Gene. I interviewed him last week, and he is an OG Decentraland builder. Super fun interview. I had a blast hanging out with him, and we're chatting away as I wander through different builds. And then we also have a pop for the day. I don't know if it's gonna crash everything. I'm gonna do this slowly. I'm gonna click a button. Wait. Let me see if the PO-up will turn on. There's a PO-up for the day. So this PO-up, I will have... There we go. I will have a form for you guys, as usual, and you guys can enter your info. But, yeah. Let me see if my interview will get started, and I will, here it is, and let me clean everything up a little bit for you guys. And I will get that interview started here. Again, it's Gene from Altcoin, and where is my interview? Here we go. I'm gonna hit play, and I hope you guys enjoy. I had a blast, and I'll be here just listening and hopefully getting my... Oh, hey, what's up, Kevin on Earth? The chat... Oh, duh. Well, I'm having issues for some reason. I've been here for the last 45 minutes, get everything set up, and my overlay disappeared. Everything disappeared, but I have a meta moment before we dive into the interview. I wanted to do that beforehand. And, let me open up that screen real quick. Give me 1 second. I don't know why I decided to just completely turn off Decentraland. Decentraland, I cannot do it during streams. It is not my friend. Yes, I love the jacket. It is epic. But I'm wearing, not in the interview that I have here. Here, hold on. I need to close Decentraland before my computer. But I was just chatting about, you know, Murphy's Law, which is my friend in this, and also there we go. Okay. Let me open up expand here for everybody, and I'm gonna do my meta moment and showcase that. So I'm going to change this. Wait. No, I don't want to do do that? Oh man. I swear, I click on things and all hell breaks loose. Well, that is my meta moment. If you can see it. There we go. There's the meta moment. So, of course, all of you, it's both my jacket, it was the first time wearing it, and it's at MegaCube, which is, of course, everyone's at MegaCube for this week. And, let me turn that off, and I'm gonna see. Turn some things off, and here we go. Here we finally expand shows up. Okay, so let me add my meta moment of the week. Meta moment. Woohoo! Can't even spell woohoo today. For MegaCube, and my first time wearing my 1 of 1 to commemorate my 26 shows. Thanks again, Kevin on Earth. Woohoo! Wearable. 26 streams. Okay, let me grab my image. I have everything lined up, I swear. I am very organized until Twitch decides to delete everything. I don't know if that's happened to any of you guys, but it seems to. Oh, man. Okay, let me add my image. I wish I could just... Oh, that's one thing we should tell Xpan. We should definitely tell them to be able to just drag onto the post you're about to do. Now I have to, like, go search for it, and God knows if I'll ever find it. Okay, DCL videos. And here's my meta moment. Okay. Can I tag in here? It shows you how much I know this. There we go, I can. Thank you, on Earth, for being our fearless leader. This metaverse adventure. Okay, post. There we go. The meta moment. And it's commemorated by my stream and Twitch. I'm commemorating Twitch for it going haywire whenever it decides to, and hopefully maybe it will get out of the beta. No more beta. So there's my meta moment. So let's dive into the interview. Okay, now let's see if Twitch will behave. Every time I touch Twitch, I'm kind of always a little bit scared of what's gonna happen. Okay, let me make sure the interview appears. There we go. Okay, so sit back and enjoy, and I will be giving out the POAP at the end of this interview. It's about an hour or so long. And again, those of you who tuned in earlier saw the POAP during stream starting, and I showed it. And I will share the link to the form here at the end of the show. So let's get into the interview with this awesome OG, and he's done so many amazing projects. And there we go. Let's get started. One thing I'm going to say is like, okay, everyone, thank you guys for being here today. I have a super awesome special interview lined up for you. I am here with Gene, Altcoin, and I'm sure he'll elaborate on all of the above. And yeah, thank you so much, Gene, for being here.
Thanks for having me. This is awesome. The DCL report.
Yeah, and like one thing, I mean, you pretty much asked me before we officially started, but like I always love to start interviews out with like people's rabbit hole journey into this crazy space we call the metaverse, crypto, whatever the hell you want to call it. And I would love it if you shared your journey with us.
Right. Yeah, I got into crypto probably the wave when Bitcoin really started taking off. So I saw Mana probably around November, December 2020. And I remember seeing Mana the first time at 9 cents. And I'm like, oh, this is cool. What's this virtual world thing, right? And I totally bought in when I started looking it up. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to make a $300 investment. I just bought $300 worth of Mana at like 9 cents. And I bought a few names. And I'm like, cool. First name I ever bought in Decentraland was American Eagle.
Oh,
and
awesome.
I put it up for sale. Yeah, right? I wish I hodled it. I wish I held on to that one. But literally 6 days into Decentraland, I sold it for 13,000 mana. Now, at the time, mana was a lot lower. Yeah, when I had first bought my first name. So this was probably a month or so after I got into Decentraland, kind of looked into a bit. I said, well, land's way out of my price range. I put $300 in here. I'll buy one of these names. I kind of think they're like .com names. That's how I saw it, right? And then 6 days later, American Eagle sold. I was like, holy shit, this NFT sold? What? Like, I still didn't understand what an NFT was. I was just grasping blockchain, right? It was like still really new to me. I went into the casino and some guy goes by the name of Stream Crypto, turns out to be a really great fella. I thought he was trying to scam me because he was trying to send me 10 DAI token to try out at the casino. And I'm like, what the fuck do you mean send me my wallet address? Who are you? You know? Totally. So he called me sus from that. And then I kind of was sitting on the Altcoin radio name prior to coming into Decentraland. I always liked domain names, and so I got altcoinradio.com with the intentions of doing a podcast, and then Decentraland kind of just sucked me right in.
Yeah, I was kind of looking up the podcast. I'm like, did you ever do any podcast? Okay, I was.
There was always intention. That was always like let's do a podcast in Decentraland. Oh yeah. But then I kind of got good at the builder and good at throwing the events, and I got more dragged into that side of Decentraland, losing kind of focus on the original kind of concept of altcoin radio. But at the same time, like over the last year, I've learned so many skills. I've met so many people. I've kind of done it backwards, but I think I'm on the right track now.
No, I think that's what happens. I mean, you're pretty much like have said what happened to me too. Like I jumped in because I was working for this. I work for many places. This one place, this nonprofit, wanted me to like dive in and see what it was all about, and it was like I blame them. I'm like, it's all your fault, you know. Yeah. And then like I started with minting a couple NFTs on Wearable, and then like I don't even know how I even like. Of course, DCL blogger. Started listening to him and MetaKey, and then from there. Jumped into Decentraland, and then basically I started doing stuff in DCL because I was at one of those crypto events, like conferences, and I'm like, I can't hear anything. And then I was typing in the chat, help, and some nice person said, hey, I'm streaming the event on my YouTube channel so you can hear. And so we became friends, and he was a landowner, and then I started doing things with them. And then from there, did stuff with Wearable Protocol DAO, and now I'm doing stuff all over the place. Kind of like it just sucks you in, right? Like.
Yeah, it just sucks you in, and you got no roadmap. You got no roadmap. You got left, you're getting pulled left, you're getting pulled right, you're getting pulled up, down. You're not sleeping, you're not eating. You're just like NFT metaverse. It's like I said, for anyone who played The Sims, it's what we wanted it to be always.
I know, like this is. I mean, I played like Zelda back in the day, you know, like little pixel art. Like I was so happy with like you know. Now this is like, so it's like in my mind I was in this world, but like, and you know, I read Snow Crash when it first came out in '92, and like, and I mean, but to me, it's always been like. The metaverse is just like an extension of like the inner outer, you know, realms of dreamscapes. To me, it's just like now we have tools to make cool shit and invite our friends, you know, like D&D style, right? Like
right, just role play, have fun, right? And that's it. I've always kind of said, you know, people are like, well, what the fuck is there to do in Decentraland? Oh, where's Decentraland gonna go? You know, and I really say like it's up to us. Decentraland to me is a very much social platform. Yes. Right, where it's up to its users to make what the content is, right? To drive what we're gonna do while we're here. That's up to us. That's up to the landowners and the people building it out. So.
Yep, that's like so spot on, and it's like that's why it's so funny because if you go to Genesis Plaza, you know now there's more and more news, and there's always people like, "What do I do?" It's like whatever the hell you want to do. It's like life. Like
figure it out.
It's like if you really want to like learn shit, you dive in on your own. If you're the kind of person who's going to research and just go everywhere and explore, then you're going to do it in this world, just like the real world, right?
My favorite one is when people come in and they go, well, they should have this and they should have that, and it's like, well, no one's fucking made it yet.
Yeah, right? So make like, it. I say people,
yeah. So go open up the awesome repository. It's on the GitHub. Go to Decentraland. Everything is there. It's just the motive behind the person to want to go find it.
Oh,
and so people already working in Decentraland, they're too fucking busy. That's just it. They're too busy to make that UI we all want because everyone's busy, right? Everybody's time is getting sucked into this, and it's like just be patient. I really have a lot of hope for that desktop client that's going to kind of
Yeah,
wipe out
yeah,
all the bullshit you hear of why don't we have this and this and this and that. I always say they're not going to bother fixing this stuff because they're going to focus so hard on the desktop client. It's going to blow our minds. That's just
yeah.
kind of my take that.
No, I agree 100%. Right now, I have only Macs, so I'm kind of bummed I can't test the beta for the PC version. Have you tested it?
I've been on it a couple times. I wasn't able to refresh at first, so it never took. So it was kind of like, the one thing we always do, like 90% of my time in Decentraland has been refreshing. The other 5% is clearing my cache. And so I couldn't do either of that in the desktop. I heard they fixed that since, but I haven't. No, I run it primarily off my browser.
Yeah, I mean, that's why it's so funny because in the beginning I would interview people live in Decentraland and it was like basically a show of lag show. I'm like, I'm moving like a snail, like it's like a slow motion show. And
it's
so
primitive, right?
Yeah. But I mean, even when right now it's working okay with Zoom, but I was doing like live Twitch streams and all of that was just making my computer like say fuck you, like I don't like any of what you're doing to me. Decentraland plus streaming plus Zoom, nope. It's like I'm calling it quits.
Going.
it was not a happy camper. And but yeah, so like, okay, so like you're saying you dove into Decentraland, and then what was like the actual first community that you started? Did you just start building using Builder on your own?
Kevin on Earth.
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
awesome.
Yeah, that's kind of why I was excited when you reached out. So I had got in, and then I met up with a guy, and we started this like, let's do the podcast, right? I'm messing around with the website, and then I look on Twitch, and the only guy I really see there, well, the only one at the time was Kevin. And that I saw, and I was like, oh, who is this guy? So I jumped in one of the streams, and I remember kind of just like, where are they? I'm going to go talk to these people. And he was doing some stream, and we just kind of had a conversation about cryptocurrency and this and that. And then that was that. And I showed up to a couple more of his events, and then we got kind of chatting on the side. And then next thing you know, hey, I'm like kind of helping make that first NFT Tuesday episode with him, right? We're coming up with ideas. I'm like, yeah, do like this. I did a couple voiceovers for it. I had this like pirate voice going on, find the lonely red slide, go 12 parcels east, some shit like that, right? And so it was just fun. And I remember I had to work that day, and he was just on Twitch. The video never got saved. It was we gave away Bon Jovi was the first name. To give away because I was trying to send, because back in the day when you did a prize, you're paying gas, right? There was none of this minting a wearable and you don't notice it. It was like every giveaway is going to be like $80 to $100.
Damn, that's not cheap at all.
Yeah, and then from there, he went on to do Cromulon, or I think Ramo was next. He did this one with Ramo. Cromulon, I think, was his first POAP that you could get. And then Sugar Club. And then by that time he went, I found in Decentraland is you come in, you start working with people, things start to grow, and then everyone starts to kind of fall into their own thing. Right. That's kind of what happened, I find, early on. We all fell into our own paths, right? And then we all kind of just went there. Well, being totally cool with each other, always, hey, how's it going? But we all kind of went in our own directions very early on.
Yeah, no, it seems like it's like the natural process of like everyone has their particular focus or love, and that's kind of what sucks you in. Like, so then what sucked you into starting messing around with the Builder?
That was, so when I sold the American Eagle name, I'm like, oh, well, maybe I should buy some land in this place, right? And I remember I was starting to look on the marketplace, and I'd go in World and check out the plots. And I saw this one. It was on a road. It only cost $1,300 US at the time, or $1,700 US, in between there, less than $2,000. And I was like, no, I don't know. On a road, I don't know. Yeah, fuck, I wish we got it. But I started walking back like a couple parcels over, and I walked into this gallery, and there was a piece of art on the wall, and it was a Miss Pac-Man bent over with a Mr. Pac-Man giving it to her, and all the ghosts were scared. And I just thought this was the funniest thing ever seen. I'm like, what the fuck is this? So I reached out to that artist. His name was Anthony Sims, the guy who's founded Face Fashion, right? And so Anthony, busy artist type, saw in Decentraland as an investment, had this plot of land. He was too busy for it. He's like, here's builder rights. And so he literally, like, I had no one to answer to when it came to this thing. I don't even know if he even looked at it half the time, right? So I was just, boom, I just got in builder. And then over every week, every month, I would just try to improve a little bit off the last build. Then he did well in NFTs, bought more land. I got more land to work on. And then the rest is just kind of, I started doing the parkours. And then, yeah.
Oh, wicked. So like, is there any builds that maybe like you can send my way after the interview and I can show? That would be wicked.
Yeah.
I would love to see.
I'll get some screen. I got a screen record a couple after, actually. I'll send you some over.
Yeah, or actually, I could actually head over there now if they're still up, or are they not up anymore?
Oh no, I don't got it. I don't have anything up right now.
Okay.
That's all archived away.
Yeah, I know. That's good that you archived. I'm glad you archived.
Yeah, you can pull them at any time and deploy them. That's the fun part, saving those.
No, for sure.
Then I got really. So what really kind of took off, sorry, you just made me realize that, is one of the main points I didn't want to bring up here was you can do a lot with just one parcel. And I don't think a lot of people truly understand that. Like what I started doing was I made this club called Uendo, right? This was like maybe May, June of last year. We're coming on like that 1 year mark. And what I did is we had Stoney play music and we did the CCC Gray launch there when he did his hat. We're like, oh, I'm going to throw you a launch party. And so just with that one by one, we were able to entertain people, right? UMAC would engage with the crowd, Altcoin radio, we do giveaways, prizes, people would come and hang out. And then we started to consistently run that week by week. And now you see even DCL dating with a one by one, they were doing play to earn from it. There's so much you can do with just one parcel. Don't people easily dismiss the one parcel owners. No, you can do a lot. Once you build that scene in Builder, right? A tool. I came into the metaverse. I'm a nurse by trade, right? So I'm not a 3D modeler. I'm none of this. I played The Sims when I was a kid, and the Builder just reminded me of it, and I got very quick at it. And so I would just build shit. And anybody can dive in and do that. Anybody. You can build in the Builder without owning land, fuck around, learn how to do things. Because then once you build a scene, if you want to take it further, you export that scene, you now have the zip file. Yep. Now you can open it up with the SDK and the programming, and literally how to do all that stuff is right on their website.
Yep. And then you can actually import those models and learn how they're doing poly modeling in Blender. So, it's so cool. And for me, I'm really wanting to learn more about programming basic games. Like I started doing rigging, and like it's just like I'm working with a group. We got funded through the Decentraland DAO to do all these builds, and through that I've been like leveling up and learning more, and it just gets more and more fun. You're like, oh, I want to do a game, I want to do this. And so you know, I wish they would do another game jam. You know, that was really cool.
Right?
I wasn't ever like
fun.
Right, like I wasn't around for the original, but I'm glad they still have all those tutorials and videos up. But I'm sure all the things, they've changed a lot, so it'd be nice for them to do a 2022
Builder,
you know totally Builder wearable build-a-thon. Wouldn't that be fun?
Right, just to see what people can do, because I really think now is the age of the builder. I really see this.
Hell yeah.
I got in here.
Totally.
It was NFT and the artist. Now people are finally seeing what the builder can do and how easy it is. Not easy, but easy for someone who understands the programming stuff to go in there and kind of go, okay, I can figure this shit out. And it's amazing.
No, I am right there with you. And I mean, I definitely, it's wonderful how the tools are there to just start without needing everything else, but it definitely does lead you down the rabbit hole of like, I want to fucking master Blender. I want to fucking go to SD, be able to program, it's like the gateway drug to the rest of all the shit you can do. That's how I see it.
Then you have 10 projects on the go and you burn the fuck out.
Yeah, that's kind of like, seriously, and I work a full-time job and I have a kid. So it's kind of like, I think we're all, but the thing is like, I mean, I see people and they're just sitting around watching TV. I'd rather be doing this than just sitting around for 4 hours doing nothing, So but definitely like that whole idea of like burnout is real, and it's hard in this space not to like. I mean, I've gotten to the point where like I turn off Discord. I don't even look at Twitter when I mean, I've been looking at it today just to make sure I sent you the stuff. And like, it's just, you have to wean yourself off like the ultimate huge distractions, right?
It's an addiction. We're sucked into this world. It's lucrative. There's potential for overnight success every corner you turn. You hear about the stories around you. You want to be that next Bored Ape. You know, if you work just a little harder, just a little longer, it might get you there. And that's right. That you know exactly.
I know it. I'm laughing because like we all have it, but it's funny because you're just like, when you realize it's the addiction, you're just like, fuck. That's why, I mean, I'm a big time mountain biker and runner, and like, so I go outside or else I go crazy. You know, I don't know how people who don't have nature accessible would survive, you know.
It really is another world, second life, whatever you want to call it, at its most primitive kind of form, where we're going decentralized, right? I mean, like this, I don't think 10-20 years from now will be where we're at, right? I think, but it's the direction we're going. Consumers are coming here, they're buying, brands are coming in here, they're advertising. It's slowly starting to grow. And I think people need to understand the importance of turning it off for a bit. Take this from someone who didn't turn it off for 5 months straight. I nearly, blew myself. Like, some people say make a parkour. I was like, I'd throw up at the thought of wanting to make another parkour. It was just like, because the constant need to be consistent and stay relevant is so hard in space, because everybody is competing, right? Everybody is trying, you know, I mean, can we please get another pair of wings in the marketplace? I don't know if we have enough. Like,
I have one pair, but that's it. But they're so cool. I mean, but it's true. Like, it is funny that everybody copies each. But to me, I'm just like, you know, it's coming from like an educator. It's like, and I did teach like recycled fashion, so it's basically everyone like copies each other, and that's how kind of the fashion world works in a way, you know, like you learn from each other, but then when something really stand out, you're like, cool, you can kind of really shines because it's so different, right? When you see all the people just copying, but it's still not cheap to mint a wearable, you know, like
no, I never and that's it. It's just like there's so many things we can do, and it's like that's what I mean by when I say can we see more wings, is come on, like there's so much we can do. Let's open it up, let's get innovative, when smart wearables come down the line, oh my god, this place is just going to be unreal.
I know, that's definitely
the wings that make you fly are going to be the ones everyone's going to buy.
Oh, hell yeah. And that's why like I started like all the stuff, when you start reading the docs, then you get the ideas, and then I'm like, okay, I got to level up my animation and gaming and programming skills to really do cool shit. Like you can't just be like, well, it's kind of like there's layer 1 and then it goes up to infinity. You're like, I want to go to layer 2. What the hell do I have to do?
You want to be a pro tomorrow, right?
Oh, well, I mean, I know the reality of like, you know, I used to teach Photoshop to people between the ages of 7 and like 80, so I know all about learning curves, you know, like I know that shit doesn't happen overnight, even though it's hard, like you want it to, but it's like I'm thinking 5-10 years down the road I'll be where I dream, you know, like working hard every day. And that's why I'm like, you know what, I'm like, it's fun. I've really loved being part of Kevin on Earth's thing, because it kind of has kept me like, okay, once a week I get to reach out to cool people, or I just run around Decentraland, but I also interview people in other metaverses. I've been a builder in Monaverse, which is really cool. We use Unity and Blender, and I use Gravity Sketch and 3D modeling tools to build games within it. And it's basically that metaverse. You don't have to buy land to build, and you can mint it as an NFT and sell it.
Oh. Damn. See, that's what I mean too. There's so many different metaverses out there, and they're coming too.
Yeah, with the whole Bored Ape, like that. What is the metaverse drop thing? Land
the other side
debacle thing.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's prices. Oh man.
Every YouTube thing on crypto is talking about that. I'm like, I don't give a shit. I just want to build. Like, I don't know. It just reaches a point where like it just feels like one giant shill, and I'm like, I turn it off. I'm like, I'm just gonna learn to build and
that's it.
Right?
Just focus. Like if you get lost in the builder as much as some people get lost in Twitter, you would have gained a new skill by now, right?
No, it's true. And like, I mean, for me, it's the magic is like like I was saying earlier, just like learning how like, oh, all these files are downloadable. All these files I can open up in other programs and really
Right?
like open it, dissect it, and be like, huh, that's cool. Or I work with a team. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was gonna say, well, that's how that works, right? Yeah.
Yeah. No, totally. And I would love for you to share about the project that like actually first led me to going, cool, what the hell is this that you're doing? Yeah, could you tell about, because I mean, I really only know a little bit from the post you did. It would be awesome if you could give us some background on that.
New Year's Eve, in collaboration with myself, Impact, the Big 39 Nakatomi Plaza parcel there that it was held, Ramo, Mitchie Todd, UMAC, Scrants, Grizz, Stony Eye, Gucci Toe, King Mizzo. I don't want to miss anybody. Rayon XO, who's now Ice Poker Queen, and I'm not missing anyone, I don't think.
Well, Joel, if you forget anyone,
Cromulon, that was it. Cromulon, sorry, buddy, sorry. How can I ever forget you? Should have been first. You had a whole stage. So what we did is, I remember I was like, okay, no, I saw on the map no one was doing anything for NYE, and I'm like, okay, let's put on an NYE event. And everyone's like, cool. So I put the group chat together. I remember at the time we called ourselves the Meta Rangers. It was a group chat of 10, and we came up with the idea of an all-day concert, this and that. And at the time, I was like, how can we make this bigger? How can we, Impact was saying, let's do a charity event, this and that. I was like, let's make a wearable. And when that person gets the wearable, they'll get airdropped 2 more wearables at the event. And then everyone was like, oh, fuck, yeah, that's a great idea. You know, I don't think anyone around that time was doing anything like that.
Yeah, that's cool.
And so we were like, okay, so Mitchie kind of came up with the whole Alice in Wonderland theme. So he had decided on a hat would be the original one. So we're like, okay, we're going with the hat. And then that's when he came out with the pants, the blue pants that are all kind of like Alice in Wonderland. And then the booby top, you know, royal flush shirt. And everyone was like, oh, those are sick. Like Mitchie knocked those out of the park. And people were buying the hat for charity, right? So we listed the hat at 8 mana, and we said, even if you bought 3 hats, you're going to get 3 airdrops at the event. MetaZoo helped us out with that function. We were able to create a Pope machine where you had to be wearing the hat to access the Pope. If you claimed the Pope, the wear drop was triggered. And Zoo had rigged that all up for us.
Nice.
Just prior to the event to pull that off. Yeah. So then we also pulled in Parcel Parties, Grizz, and Scrants. They helped because I was like, man, I need help manning a stream. I want to take a break through the day because we went from 10 a.m. Eastern until 3 in the morning.
Oh my
so
God.
we started with Joel James live in Australia. He rung in the Australian New Year at like 11 o'clock in the morning Eastern. And then we finished off with Cromulon live in the West Coast in Oregon, where he was. And so it was amazing. The whole event went off without a hitch during.
Wow.
We had built this big kind of rabbit hole. You walked up all these stairs, jumped down into this like mist, and when you walked out the stage, the lights were going off, and it was like melted clocks on the side. It was very Alice in Wonderland, the theme that Mitchie had chose. And so King Mizzo played live. We had pre-recorded sets from other artists, from Turkey to Iran to other countries all over the world we included in this. And we had an all-day festival. I think there was about 16,000 people that came through, not unique connections, but total connections throughout the day. And the most important part, the charity. We ended up raising 1,600 mana from the sale of the hats. All the artists who performed live and anyone who partook in the event received 100 mana. And then we were able to donate 100 mana to charity. And then so that Turing Trust Foundation, they aim to get computers to these underprivileged people in Africa. And we were able to donate 2,128 computers.
That is just so crazy. I know, when I saw that, I was like, how is this not like been retweeted 1 billion times?
I know, right?
This is so cool.
it was because Decentraland moves so fast,
Mm-hmm.
right? And there's the documentation of these kinds of things, upon other kinds of creators' achievements do need to be highlighted because we use the metaverse as a platform.
Mm-hmm.
Just some fucking guy in his apartment strung together an all-day festival. We put a team together of talented people all across the metaverse whom in real life I'd never have the opportunity to meet or even work with, right? Because again, I wasn't from this kind of industry. And then we threw this kick-ass New Year's Eve event, raised money for charity, paid all the singers, and then said, have a good night. And it was amazing. Just amazing. Just an amazing thing to be a part of. The whole team, I can't speak more highly than the team I had worked with. It was, no easy feat. There was all the team drama, right? Lead
Yeah.
up right up to the event. No fun to put together. Let's be real. But it went off without a hitch, and we did some good. We used the metaverse, and we actually were able to do good on impact people in the real world, and it's fucking amazing. So I just wanted to do a huge shout out. Everyone involved in that project, you guys are all amazing. Everyone's still doing well on their own, and everyone's, we're all grinding through this metaverse. And I just wanted to say thank you for being part of that New Year's Eve event.
Yeah, I mean, like, just like that historic, what you guys did is just like to be like a big monument to be like created for that shit. That's why, like, no, it's funny, like that's why things like this I think are important. Like, even if it's just me, somebody who's just learning about what you guys did, I feel like I've missed out. But it's like, wow, I get to at least hear about it, and hopefully other people can now learn about it too, because it's just, this space is changing so much. Like, even like I've been streaming not that long, maybe about 5-6 months now, and like all the builds I covered before are gone already. Like you were saying, like a lot of things change, plans get sold. It's just like documenting it's like a city that changes over like 10,000 times the speed of normal city, like in IRL. Like, so it's like we're just kind of running around being like what we call meta historians, right? Like,
that's documenting it. I'm trying to find all my builds. I'm going to see if I still have the NYE one. I'll show you.
I've never even seen this build here, the X copy crash site. Have you been here before?
No.
What the hell is this? Are you seeing my screen?
I'm not looking at it right at this moment.
Okay. No, I'm just wandering around as you talk, kind of like it's perfect. Just listening to you, and like it's crazy. I've never seen this. It's a bunch of X copy crazy art. It's a really cool world. I'm like, this is sick.
If you enable me to share my screen, I will show you the NYE build.
Yeah, let me stop share and let me share. Advanced sharing, all participants. There you go. Go for it.
Let me go back here. Oh, I haven't. Oops, wrong button. I haven't seen this one in so long. I'm kind of like excited and nervous. I don't know why. It's been so long. Right, let me import it. Where are you? Share my screen. Okay, where'd it go? Oh, the builder. We're gonna have to refresh probably like 20 times. Okay. This and this.
Yeah, I've actually tried to do tutorials on the builder, and it's always like, well, 5 hours later it loads. It's like, I'm not going to show you anything. Whoa, look at this. It's cool.
I'm gonna take you through what people saw that day.
Oh, cool.
And now there was another stage adjacent here, and Cromulon had given me all his assets, so we actually brought the stage from Cromuland and put it here.
Awesome.
So we had let's load this all up. And this was all done in the builder.
Nice.
Okay, so I wonder if the images will load. It might not.
Well, yours is working way better than it ever did for me. See, the thing about Builder, maybe you could give me tips. I always have so many issues actually moving things around. Like, it's such a pain in the ass. I just use, Blender for everything. I have more control, but you look like you know what you're doing.
I'll show you some shit. So you'd walk in here, right?
Nice.
So you can actually you can trigger text on the screen in Builder, by the way. Not a lot of people know that. I'll show you. And so here was the Pope machine. See, I can't get it. And you had to be wearing the hat to go and claim the Pope. And then right? And then all the arrows. I forced everybody to go up so many stairs. It causes anxiety. It causes anxiety, and that's what the kind of the feeling I wanted to bring on people was like, holy fuck, okay, are we there yet? And then it was just this, more stairs. What the hell?
Oh my god, that's
so imagine someone who's not used to the stairs, right? Like they're just like, oh my. I ended up opening it up after halfway through the day. So then you go all the way up here, but just wait. And then you go right here.
Ooh, look at that. Yes. That's awesome. Oh my god, you've built my dream. This is like here. That is freaking awesome.
Oh.
So then you have to go down the rabbit hole to enter the rabbit hole club, right?
Yeah, to enter the stage. So this was the parcel party stage.
I love the Aztec calendar.
Here's the thank you from the Turing Trust afterwards.
That's so cool.
And then, we had everyone. Okay, I can get all the shout outs again. Thank you, Impact, UMAC, Raymo, King Mizzo, Stony Eye, Cromulon, Gucci Toe, Mitchie Todd, CCC, and Rayon, Ice Poker Queen.
Wow, what a crew.
And then you'd come out through here, and then the other stage, right? You go through more. I don't have the Cromulon stage because after the event, I forgot to save it, and then I went to turn it into a parkour, and I had like a crashed Cromulon stage parkour right afterwards. But yeah, that was the NYE. Other builds I have, I'm working on one for Portion right now. I can't really show that one. I've done galleries. So here's a gallery I recently worked on.
You're super prolific. This is perfect. You're right up the alley. I had no idea you were also a builder. I thought you were the event guy. This is perfect because usually I love, like, this is how I learn from all the, you're the OG now.
I'm not the OG. The people before me were the OG. I was just the guy who came in and was like, fucking show me how to do it. And
well, I'm right there with you. I'm like, this is cool. I need to learn more. So you just have to, just like you said, just have to dive in and search random.
This is, again, all done with the builder, with import custom assets from Blender, right, to add those extra things. Mm-hmm. I guess I've developed a little skill. Some people have made reference, are you an architect? I'm like, no, not at all. But I just kind of get in Builder and I start just kind of fucking around. Make these NFTs are cool.
These are beautiful.
Let me open this.
And is this for, you did this build for that artist, or you?
Yeah, for the third rail. So it's in Decentraland actually right now. We're going to be doing an event with them soon.
Awesome. So is this their parcel, or?
Yeah, this will be theirs. So I never actually owned land. I had one parcel till recently. I got rid of that. But I just obtained builder rights to other people's land.
Yeah, cool.
And build for them. And at the time, like, here's a parkour I did. This is 3x5 parcels. I call it Honey, I Shrunk the Pope.
Oh my god, this is so cool. I'm glad I met you. This is like, you're my new, like, I'm gonna be like, dude, show me more builds. Well, you're gonna have to come back on the show. I already know that. You're not disappearing so fast. I won't let you. You're like, I'm disappearing, and then here's Fractilians. What are you doing now? What are you working on?
What are you doing now? What are you working on? I'll show you a couple other things. I really highlighted those 1x1 builds because that's what I go into some of the early stuff when I started messing around. I made this, called it the Love Shack. It's so cheesy. Load. I know, by the way, the loading bar loads, whether or not it's going to load or not. That was the tongue twister. How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
Yep, I know. As much wood as a
Woodchuck as
woodchuck
much.
could chuck if a woodchuck could
Like a
chuck wood,
woodchuck
right?
could chuck wood.
Yeah. Yep.
Yes,
Yeah,
finally
we grew
somebody.
up with that shit. I mean, ooh, what's this? This is awesome.
Just like at a log cabin. This was like one of the first ones I did. I just made a little chapel, right? And then I put like beach around it and fucking basketball net on the
It
top.
reminds me of have you ever been to Burning Man?
No, I haven't, but I know what it is.
Like the first year I went was back in 97, and it's one of my favorite things of Burning Man is this place called the Church of Wow. Because everywhere in Burning Man, you just go wow, wow, wow. So there's an entourage of people with guitars who just go around Burning Man going wow, wow, wow. That's all they do with guitars, and that's their song. And there's a Church of Wow.
That's
It
hilarious.
reminds me of your build. Like I could see that chapel being a chapel of wow within Decentraland.
Here's another. I want to show you one. The first build I ever
Ooh,
actually sold, where I realized I could make money selling builder cells,
that's
builder builds. Oh,
that's
actually, here's
cool.
my most. This was the Portion Face uh, fashion show one I did for Fashion Week.
Wicked. Look at that. Looks like the what is it? The Sydney.
Yeah, that's kind of what I went with.
Cool.
And like when
So do
deployed in
people
Wearables.
reach out to you and build, or do you build things and then put it up on your Twitter and let people
More
know?
so, I did do one on OpenSea. So this was just I put a what do you call it? A Google Drive link in the extra content, and then I put a bunch of screenshots. This is how I got started in selling them.
Cool.
I'll open it up here. So these were just little one by one kind of templates I would do,
Wow,
right?
for
And then
only 175 bucks?
yeah,
What a
that's it.
deal.
So that's it.
Dude.
You grab this. They have no fucking idea. They have usually have no idea how to deploy it, right? So then they get in touch with me because all my contact information's here. And the next thing you know, I'm charging them to put NFTs in.
You're
Oh, they want more
smart.
they want a more custom build. They want a
Yeah.
more they want bigger. They want more in depth. Well, you bought the template. We can maybe add the air conditioning if you want.
You're very, very smart. The people, like in the gold rush, the people who made the money are the ones who sold the picks. So you're doing that,
Yeah.
These are your picks, and then you're like, you want more? I can do more.
That's it. And then I take them down the rabbit hole and I get them on a screen share and I show them a couple builds. And then, if they want the extra things, if they want the
Mm.
NPCs talking, the auto dance, the announcement systems, I know the people who can put that in for a little extra money.
Yep, I was just actually looking at that last night. The like actually rigging my own, downloading from that Maximo site, programming it like on events, all that stuff. It's like I need to just do it. And so, can you actually test? How do we test? I need to implement it on my computer, then I can do the testing. But like, yeah, that stuff's so cool to me. Like, yeah. Whoa, what
this
is
one,
this one?
this is 2x2. This one I called the conference center. It was the first one I ever sold.
Cool.
And we would go in. There'd be this like little gallery down here. And then we go up here. Flight of stairs, you're in the like auditorium. And then I had these load. You could put NFTs on the walls if you want, but here's the different levels. Go up. Because no lift in Decentraland works. I always
Nope,
use stairs.
they sure don't.
Make a little store here
Ooh,
up
that's cool.
top.
So a lot of these, do you use mainly? Do you ever? Is it all assets from Builder, or do you play with import? Getting like low poly free models or your Blender,
Yeah, I'll
building
get
your own.
like so the curved walls. There's no curved or round walls in Decentraland, so I had Mitchy made me up a half wall, and then I'll just take that and manipulate it using Decentraland Builder and create the things that I make. So I'll show you here.
Cool.
We'll build a little something quick. Let me load it up. It's fun. I love it. I'll just get lost in here and do shit and half complete it and forget about it, and then maybe come back to it a month later, and then I'm like, oh yeah, that one.
Yeah, and then you're building yourself like an arsenal of cool things that you can go back to, and like it's your kit bashing, right? Your own personal.
And so when somebody hits me up for a build, it's like, okay, I got this half built one over here. Let's see what we can do with it.
Nice. No, you
This
build
one
smart.
is
Very smart.
smart, yeah. That's what I've been told. And fast. What do we want to build here? Just a gallery? The gallery is the bread and butter.
I'm
The one by
I'm
one.
not gonna say the evil P word because you'll be mad at me if I say the parkour.
Oh, parkour. No, I've gotten back into them a bit more. I like using concrete walls because all the other walls suck with lighting. And I literally just...
So what is the key to actually moving shit in here? Because whenever I try to move anything, none of the controllers work for me. Nothing works.
I use the hotkeys, and I always, like, if I can't grab it, I'll just double tap, and then I can grab it again. I hold shift, and then I'll duplicate this, hit W, and then, because D is duplicate, and W is the slide, and then that, and then I'll duplicate it again.
So I didn't realize there was hotkeyable. So okay.
Yeah, there's hotkeys, right? Once you kind of learn the hotkeys, you're
golden. Yeah, seriously, I would still just be clicking right now trying to grab the stupid arrow tool. Going
and you can't I just do the double click. See, then I can grab it. Oh, let's do it.
Oh, cool. No, that's perfect that you have like an arsenal of friends who can, if you want to do something. So then how does it get all implemented? Let's say somebody builds like those interactive elements. Is it how does that workflow work exactly?
For like what specifically? Like,
let's say like they have like they do an animation. It has some kind of like event on it. Like they click on it, it animates it. Some kind of interactive like model kind of thing. Like so whatever.
Like talking to like here. Let me do this one here. The DCL scene here. I'll share my whole screen with you. Share screen. If I open up the lounge, so now because I built this one in Builder, and then I exported it.
Yep.
And then I sent it to my friend who put in teleports and talking NPCs. So we'll run the test. So this is launching test with STK. It's just DCL start, and then there's DCL deploy to bring it to world. So error packages. I don't know what that means. I had a newer one. Where is it? This one.
So whatever code they do, is it like he sends it to you, then you upload everything, or who is he able to? Okay.
Yeah, so she'll send it to me, and then she'll put in like I'll go in and I'll say I want to teleport from here to here, right? And so she'll go in and find where I kind of set it up, and then she'll link the two, and then boom, I have teleport. And then I'll go in and take those NPC robots you see in Decentraland from the GitHub, and I export those GLBs and put them in Builder, and I set them in the scene. So then when they upload, or when I take the scene out of Builder and give it to her, she just then makes it so the robots can talk.
Oh, cool.
This one I think was just auto dance. I'm trying to find the one that works.
See, that's the kind of errors I always get. DCL start error when I started like trying to like set everything up. Whenever I started getting it, well, I think the PCs have an easier time than the Macs. I don't know. Maybe it's just when I try to set everything up. I need to go back into the like try to set up everything. Then I can start playing.
I'll run it up here. But for example, like, is this it? No, it's custom. No, modules. A bunch of shit's gonna pop open. So I've learned just to kind of open it up and change things, right? So I can, like, once I built the scene, I'll have all the NFTs set up. And then when I run events, I'll just go into here and swap out the stuff. Like here is dialogue I have with a robot, right? So that's one of the NPCs you see. So I just know to come in here and change the text. How to put it in, no clue, right? I just know how to open up this code, come here and go, here's NFT picture frame 4, right? And then I'd paste in the address, and then that would change the thing on the wall or the images. So if someone programs me a scene, I can fully manage it,
Nice.
But yeah,
Yeah, that's kind of how me
so
and like web stuff. Like I can go into the code and find what I need to, but to do it all from scratch is a whole nother, right? It's a whole nother
yeah,
beast.
it's just like a whole another month of not sleeping to figure out.
Yeah, but that's where the smart component is. You're doing it exactly. You're building how I learned too. It's just like, okay, if I had to do it, it's like I got to figure out the basics of how to change certain things. But uh,
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
yeah, no,
A
it's
lot of
super.
fun.
You got
And
so
there's
many
never.
builds. It's so
Oh,
cool.
here's one little studio set. What?
Nice.
Wait, wait for it. Wait for it.
It's got a green screen and everything. Look at that. That's wicked.
Yeah, I just fuck around. That's all it is. And then I come up with some pretty cool stuff, and then people are like, "Oh, that's cool." Like I got a football stadium here. Where is it?
You're definitely the most prolific person in here that I've met with more builds than I've ever
I have
seen.
27 pages of builder builds.
What? Holy
Yeah,
wow. You're putting me to shame. I'm in like pre-K.
170,
I'm not even in
100,
pre-K.
173 different asset packs, I think, or
Oh,
185. I individually put them in, but okay. So this is done with just builder. I want to show people this too, right? So
whoa.
at that Nakatomi place, right? So I had a right here was the entrance for the people partaking, and that was gated off by a separate one by one parcel that I'd use wallets to code people in to have access. And
Nice.
then this is where like general admission would come in to watch. And then there's the Jumbotron. And then I actually made 7 pre templates of this. What I like to show people is
So what did you actually host here? Did you stream
nothing yet. I'm just farting around, right? I'm like, oh, let's do more parkour. I was gonna do a parkour cup, but like I'm burnt out when it comes to like making new parkours and challenges, and like there's so much competition out there now that I think I'm just gonna start looking for my next thing.
Hmm,
There's the so I pushed that. There should be a 5-second delay or a 10-second delay. Doot doot. Seeing the doors open,
cool.
and then if you push the red button, the doors close. People can run out on the field.
That's cool. So are you
Um,
thinking of like moving away from Decentraland or doing something different in Decentraland or
I'm going to be doing events and building for other people. I
mm,
think I really want to go back to the original idea of a podcast, and
mm,
so I've been in the steps of getting everything set up. We're now on Spotify, so the first episode is going to come out May 31st. It's the Altcoin Radio Show.
awesome. Well, I'll be there
Very
listening.
excited.
I'll be there. I'll
Thank
be
you.
a fan,
Yeah,
of course. I'll tell
yeah, it's
everybody.
going to be great. I think too is very going Spotify is going to allow me to grab people. Like I can show my friends, hey, listen to this on Spotify. I did this, and then they're going to get to listen to everybody I talk to in Decentraland
Yeah. Yeah.
right on Spotify. They're going to get to follow. It's going to be right there. I want to start trying to, you know, doing the podcast, taking the last year of things I've done, talk about it. Not only Decentraland, right? I want to talk about crypto, NFTs, metaverse,
Hmm.
because there's so much content, right? And I really want to focus on my podcast and stay in Decentraland through building, hosting events. And, I might run my podcast in Decentraland through somebody else. I don't know yet. I'm kind of, in a transformative state, I like to say, as altcoin radio is. I'm really going to be focused on talking about things and having group conversations and just bringing that type of content to my platform.
No, I love it. You're a natural, and it's been. I mean, like this is why I love doing this kind of thing. I've gotten to talk to some. I'm just like the fangirl who gets to learn from creators like you, which is the best, right? Like, it's you get so many ideas and inspiration, and so I'm curious. What do you think? Like, what do you think is going to happen with the whole meta open metaverse um, shifts that are happening? Like I know there's a lot of people who are going to first experience, unfortunately, will be through meta, but also who really wants to do that onboarding, right? So it's kind of
Yeah.
it's going to be interesting in the next 5 years. What is your take on that?
My take is everything, there's a natural progression to everything, and
Mm-hmm.
everything will fizzle out over time because there are people trying to change the game at every given moment.
Mm.
I think Decentraland is one of the more advanced metaverses you see right now in terms of social, right? We can all hang out with our friends, have a party, bring DJs in, brands can come in. We can do a lot here. We can
Mm-hmm.
game in here. But I really am like, it's still too early to say that this is going to be the end all place for metaverses because I only own my Decentraland NFTs in Decentraland.
Mm.
I think the one that wins, if it's possible, I don't know, again, this is just opinion, is the metaverse where I'm going to be able to take my metaverse shirt and bring it into multiple metaverses, that true ownership. Because right now, I only own my NFT inside Decentraland. If Decentraland gets shut off tomorrow, what's good my wearable or my land? Right.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where I'm at. And so while I don't think it's going anywhere and I think it's going to prosper and do great, and I'm still going to be heavily around and involved in the back end and a lot of things. And you'll see Gene running around attending everybody's event. It's always going to be a part of my life. But my focus, I think, now is focusing on myself and the Altcoin radio brand and becoming that podcast I originally set out to become.
No, I'm really looking forward to that because it's definitely, you have a lot to share, and you're very prolific and knowledgeable, and obviously have been doing a lot of. I mean, it's just basically this is a place you learn by doing. You can read all about it, but unless you actually try to help do an event, build, create a wearable, could do all the things, then you have another level of understanding of this is like the ultimate user generated content, right? Like
we're making the content, so now I kind of want to, I want to do it for my podcast, and I'm gonna be onboarding people to. I say it right on my Spotify page. We're onboarding people to the world of cryptocurrency through Decentraland.
Yep.
I'm going to leverage the last year of my experience in this world to take noobs who don't know crypto and be like, hey, just come here, check this place out. It's not so bad. It's a great introductory to cryptocurrency because it's fun and you get to meet people, like-minded people. You get to learn about so many things. I'd never have opportunities to meet people like Kevin on Earth or Mitchy Todd or, Lastrom or any of these types of people without Decentraland.
Yep.
Right. And so as much as I say, I'm just going to kind of do my thing, Decentraland will always be a part of my life. And I think everyone who's kind of here until there is that next thing. When that time happens, now I have no clue. I hope not for a while because I am still very bullish on Decentraland and the benefits it's going to bring. I mean, look at New Year's Eve. We were able to do real world impact using the Decentraland platform. So the potential is there to do amazing things. Yep. It's up to us to figure out how.
Yep. No, I mean, you're spot on. Like in my couple episodes ago, I interviewed, what brought me into the space is I do stuff with, I do freelance work for Love Serve Remember, who, I don't know if you ever heard of the book Be Here Now or Ram Dass. They're basically like the foundation that helps preserve his teachings. And so I basically was like the onboarder, showcasing them the metaverses from CryptoVoxels, from Monoverse, from Decentraland, kind of like showing them the possibilities of, as a nonprofit, what you can do within this space, and it's funny because one of the people on it was more like, oh, it's whatever. It's kind of like when people were like, the internet is just a fad, and he was like that. And then the lady, she's like the IT lady. She's the one who said, go look this up. She gets it. She's been doing this shit for 40 years. She sees it. She's like, this is, so it was really cool to have the two, the two like kind of like opposite ends and kind of show them the variety of creativity. To me, that's where it's the magic, right? What the creativity and what you're doing with the tools. Like all of us use the tools completely different. We're going to create, we're going to be meta architects in whatever way we want.
That's it. We don't have to worry about physics.
Yep. Exactly. No, that's spot on. Like you really have to, I have to send you some links because I think you would really appreciate the Monoverse builders. They're freaking, it's amazing.
I'll have to take a look. Yeah.
It's sick, dude. Like I love Decentraland, but in Monoverse, I can build these crazy ass. I mean, it's just sick. And have you ever used like Gravity Sketch or any VR tools?
No, literally all I've done is the builder. That's the funny part. I'm a nurse. I don't know any of this shit. People are like, have you used Adobe Premiere? Blah, blah. I'm like, no, I use Filmora, and it's got an instant mode. That's pretty cool.
Dude, you fuck you use what you can, and I mean that's how I've learned anything. Like I did my first build-a-thon. I had never used Unity or never used Blender or never used. I just dove in. I was like, it's almost more fun when you don't know what the hell you're doing, because then you come up with shit that's almost magical. Like, how'd you do it? I have no fucking idea. Like, I couldn't recreate it if I wanted to. Like, that's like half the stuff I make. It's like, I kind of know what I'm doing, but 99% of the time I'm just like driving blind off the cliff and going, let's see where I end up. And like,
the metaverse.
Yep.
You blink and it's gone. And you know, you put your phone down for 2 days, you feel like so much has went by, but really it hasn't. That's the addiction.
I know. No, that's true. And that's the part of like learning to,
it's okay.
Yeah. No, and even in a day, if I feel like I don't check my Discord all day, I'm like, it's like this, I feel like an addict. Like, I haven't checked it. And I'm like, and then I check it and nothing's happened. Mad at me. I haven't checked it and there's nothing happened. I'm all disappointed. I'm like, fuck, I missed nothing. And I was thinking about it all day.
All right. Find balance in life.
I know that's
what we need. Balance. But again, it's because if we blink, you might miss that opportunity. And almost a year ago, the Bored Apes were minted.
Yeah.
Right, just a little bit over, and it's like I remember people telling me to get one.
Yeah, I remember. I just don't like the art. I mean, sorry. Me
neither. I wish I had one sitting in my wallet and I forgot about it.
Yeah, I kind of don't mind like buying something and forgetting about it, and then like, okay, I can pay off my debt, and then I don't need much in the real world, but it would be nice to pay debt and you know, have like a little cottage, self-contained cottage that I could build crazy shit in, right?
Airdropped $80,000 out of nowhere. Oh, thanks, guys.
Oh shit. Well, this has been awesome. I don't want to take too much of your time, but I definitely want you back on. I'm not going to forget about you.
We'll have to do this again. This was fun.
This was a lot of fun, and what an honor to have you on here. I'm like blown away. I have so much
to finally get on the DCL report.
Well, I'm stoked you're on here, and like, yeah, if you have any other links you want me to share with the people when they're on there, I can definitely your Spotify account, all that kind of fun stuff.
I'll get all that too.
Yeah, cool. That way, and then obviously when you actually go live, please let me know, and then I can obviously give you a shout out. And do you know when is Spotify, like, you're gonna have a set time when you're gonna actually be live?
No, I'm already on there. I'll show you. Am I still sharing my screen?
Yeah.
Ooh, we are.
Yeah, because I seriously was looking around. I'm like, I only see the intro. What am I missing?
It's just the intro. I got it all set up, and so May 31st, I'm going to release the
first one.
The first episode, and it's on my schedule, right? So I just upload it as I want.
Yay. And who are you going to have on your show? Who's your first? What's your first topic?
I don't know. I'm kind of cycling through some ideas. I might do some interviews similar to this, just to kind of catch my groove. But the ultimate idea is about a 30-minute to 45-minute show weekly that will be done pre-recorded, right? So there's going to be segments and guests, and we're going to be talking about not just Decentraland. We're going to be talking about various different cryptocurrencies and NFTs and metaverses. So it's going to be a weekly show style.
Ooh, well, you hit all the check marks of things I like, you know.
So cool.
That's your intro. Well,
and then you can see that on altcoinradio.com. I'm the worst at being like, follow me on Twitter, altcoin.
I went on here too, and I'm like, this is okay. No, I definitely dove down, because whenever I have people on, I like to, research and see how much I can. One cool guest who I interviewed a little bit ago, he's amazing. Gabe from Bitlectro. They're the music NFT. They're like 80s style Sega music. They do a lot of really cool events in crypto voxels, but he's brilliant. He's cool. He's funny. Like, I thought it was going to be like, like 20 minutes, 2 hours later, we're like, okay, we gotta call TAP. We gotta go. We gotta get out. We're both like, we could talk forever. But I'm sure a million people. But I'm stoked. I can't wait to see what you do with your show.
There's so much content for us to do stuff with. That's amazing.
Yep.
Right.
I mean, you could do a whole you could do a whole separate podcast just on Builder.
Just on Builder. Yeah, you can do a whole podcast on just attending events, on just art, on just everything that's going on.
Yep. So, yep. You're right there with me, and I'm so stoked to get to share with everybody all you're doing, and then definitely going to be promoting your podcast once it comes out.
Thank you. Awesome. Thank you so much.
Woohoo! We'll see. Hopefully, hopefully we both recorded. Hopefully it worked, right? That's where the prayers come in to the computer gods, right?
Oh, I wasn't recording. That's all you.
Oh shit! Oh no!
You always do it again. If not, I can whip that up again. I just realized,
it's okay.
Oh wait, did I have audio on with my screen record? No, I never do. I always turned it off.
Well, now we have to pray to my computer god. So
it'll work. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Sure. I don't know, man. Oh, well, thank you so much, Gene. This has been a blast. Now I'm gonna go keep building, and I'll share some cool links to some Mona builds that I think you would appreciate. And awesome. Look at this 27. See, okay, we'll have you on again, and you can share your more worlds. This alone will take like 5 episodes just to cover all your builds.
Yeah. No, this was like a mansion I had started. I never finished this one, but I'll show you what I mean by they're bunch of half-done ones.
Whoa, is that a double pool?
Yeah.
That's cool.
It's just right, if you go to Toolbox, you ever see this Toolbox function? Have you ever used the Toolbox?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can do all sorts of stuff with that, eh? So this is just playing with what's in the builder.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
I know I'm trying to get my kid into it, but he just looks at me like, why are you playing in Roblox?
That's it, right?
Why are you playing in my world?
Those are the ones that need to be interested in it.
Oh, they are. They will. My son's 14, and then my nieces are 7 and 10, and they're like building worlds and events in Roblox. They're already being trained for this shit. They're gonna be metaverse native. They're already metaverse natives. The shit's like second nature to them. It's so cool. I was like, what's that? It's like, oh, it's a party. I'm DJing. I'm like, you're so cool. And she's like 7. She's like, you're a cool auntie. I'm like, you're the cool one. I'm the doofus here. Oh, look at that. That's cool. This is
original fake fashion. Actually, the Pac-Man painting's in here. There it is. That was the first one I saw, and I reached out. The ghost terrified.
That is so funny. These are great. Lowbrow art. That's hilarious. Yeah, that's why I love half the stuff is oh my god, old artist yells at NFT. That's classic right there. These are great. Well, thank you. I know time for you to relax and chill and come up with your awesome altcoin radio plans to take over the universe, the metaverse.
Take over the metaverse.
I call it the metasphere because there's still not just it's going to be the billions. It's like the galaxy. There'll be billions of galaxies you can explore.
Infinite.
Yes, sir. Yes, indeed. Well, have a lovely rest of your night, Gene, and it's been a real pleasure. And definitely keep me posted if you know of cool events. I definitely sometimes feel
sure. I'll let you know. I'll keep in touch.
And I'll send you some wearables too. I made my wearable. I'll give you some wearables if you.
Oh hell yeah!
Cool. And I'll send you some extra you can give to cool people.
Yeah.
If there's some.
Thank you.
Of course. Thank you. This is awesome.
Thank you. Cool.
Well, have a great rest of your night.
You too.
Okay. Bye.
Okay. Bye.
Well, thank you guys for joining me. And here I'm going to paste the link to this week's POAP. The word of the week, it will be Altcoin radio for in honor of Gene for being here. So yeah, go fill out the form. Altcoin radio. Let me write it down. I can't even hardly say it myself. Okay, Altcoin radio is the magic word of the day, and I believe I have 25 POAPs to commemorate this week's show. This is the 27th show. So I'm sure all of you guys have been watching and clicking away at MegaCube. I was. I'm a bad host for today, but who can help it? I was just like watching and clicking. You guys can practice your clicking while you rewatch the show. Anything you missed while you were clicking too much. All our hands are probably tired. My hand is tired from clicking, but my son did tell me about an auto clicker. He's like, "Mom, you're dumb. Why don't you get an auto clicker?" I'm like, I don't even know how to do that, but I'm sure I need to figure that out. I'm sure there's people already doing that, auto clicking their way to all the cool stuff. But I've gotten a lot of cool free stuff. I haven't gotten anything like the first 2 layers. I got a ton of free stuff from for the MegaCube, but so far, haha, for real, yeah, I haven't gotten anything. I mean, I've gotten enough dust to get another crypto avatar, which is definitely worth it because those are awesome. Those are like gold right there. So I figured I'm clicking for more crypto avatar. But yeah, thank you guys for today. That will be the end of the show, and I will MegaCube. I'm gonna go load it up right now. Anyhow, be sure to fill out the form, get the POAP of the week, and I will get all my stuff sorted, and hopefully next week I will be on OBS and have less issues with weird Twitch hiccups. But be sure to check out all the reporters. Well, thank you, Frisky Bumblebee. It's been fun. It's so fun when I have friends here. And thanks, Mariana, for bringing all the extra guests. Thank you, Altcoin, Gene from Altcoin Radio. That was such a blast. Definitely going to have you back on the show. We still have to do a stream with all the reporters together, just like rambling and talking. High five to all the streamers. Go check out all the amazing streamers. Part of DCL Reporter. Every day of the week there's somebody. And what is the website for other report? I should know this. I should link it right now. Okay, is it DCL Reporter? What is our website? I'm a very bad person right now for not knowing that, I feel. Decentraland, do you know, Frisky Bumblebee? Where's the cool website that... there it is. Here it is. Here, let me link it. Schedule. Okay, let me link the schedule. You can check out. Mariana was right before me. It was really cool. I wish I could have been to it, but I was prepping. I mean, it looked like I wasn't prepping, but I really was. It does take a while to get everything all set up. Here it is. Hold on. Let me paste this for you guys. Here is the... oh, you beat me to it! Frisky Bumblebee. So go check out all of the reporters. The schedule, we have Mariana, 7 p.m. Me, 6 p.m. Mountain Time. Kevin on Earth, NFT Tuesday, you guys all know him. Frisky Bumblebee is at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. His streams are awesome. Thursday, Kevin on Earth never stops. I think he just never stops streaming, I swear. Then we have Fabino on Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then Big Ben is back on Saturday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then Gabriel on Sunday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So on the website, you can check out all the info, what's going on. Also be sure to check out, one last time, I'll post this here. Sorry, I have like 2 monitors. I'm trying to put it all. Be sure to check out Altcoin's awesome new podcast. So, yeah, let me get some... see, like, I need to get a picture and show you guys my silly setup. Let me open up... oh, the POAP of the day. I don't have it on the screen. If I open up anything, Twitch I think will blow up. So I'm going to let it be for now. So I'll just get my music lined up. Start it playing. And see you guys in the metaverse. Get your clicking fingers on. Let's all go to MetaCube. Lots of love, you guys. Thank you guys for joining me. Thank you, Altcoin, Kevin, all the amazing reporters. Peace.